Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Come on in, man. It's 12 noon on the East Coast. We in the state of New Jersey. Welcome to the podcast with Soul. 12 noon. My name is Sean G. Excuse me for that right there. I gotta do my little thing here with all the computer screens I got going and all the different windows I got open. Welcome to the podcast with Soul, man. November the 15th, 2021. It's 12:01 noon. We meet here just about every day at 12 noon. We get down for our crown. It don't never stop.
I
Hey, yo, man,
said
this the podcast with Soul.
astigmatism in my soul.
I hit them both at the same time. My mistake. I'm learning. I'm getting better. Let's check the markets real quick. The Dow futures are up 4. S&P futures are down 3. The NASDAQ futures are down 54. And the small caps are down 17. I'm long the small caps, so I'm getting crushed right now. But we're going to hang in there. It's going to turn around. By the time I get off this live, it'll be done turned around. Yo, we here, man. Welcome to the channel. Please come in. Hit the like button. Wipe your feet at the door. Big homie, what up? Come on in, hit the like button, and sit down and get involved in the live. Had a pretty chill weekend. I want to give a shout out to my man Gibson, man. My homeboy came through, spent the weekend, a few days with me, man. Well, at least a day. Got to see my man. He hung out with me. Big homie said, "Where the intro?" I just ain't do it today, man. I don't know. I'm just chilling today. But listen, man, today we're going to talk about overcoming addiction, man. You know, that's a part of my story. And, you know, when I say the word addiction, you know, I mean addiction in the full sense of the word. Not necessarily alcohol addiction, not necessarily porn addiction, not necessarily food addiction, not necessarily drug addiction, not necessarily gambling addiction. I'm speaking about addiction, just addiction, right? And what is addiction, right? Doing something, the repetition of doing something, and in the case that I'm speaking on it about, is in a harmful way. Who is this calling? I'm live right now, bro. I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm on my YouTube. In the harmful sense is the way that I'm talking about it. Stizzy, what up, man? Sanchez. There you go. Went over the interviews are full for November 30th. All right, so then you should go back December 1st. We there. So we're going to speak about addiction in that sense, right? In the repeated, you know, you're doing something that's destructive to yourself, right? Addiction to, what's the word I'm looking for? Addiction to a marriage that's become more harmful than helpful. Addiction to mistreatment in a relationship, becoming addicted to it, becoming addicted to physical abuse in a relationship, becoming addicted to mental abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse in a relationship. So we're going to talk about addiction, man, in a mean way, in a real mean way. Because I don't want people to come on here and think that I'm just talking about drugs and what I'm saying don't apply to them, or I'm just talking about liquor and what I'm saying don't apply to them, or I'm just talking about gambling and it don't apply to them. You know, this applies to everybody, and everybody has been there at some point. You know, I've been in relationships when my self-esteem was much lower, and self-esteem is going to be a part of this conversation, to where I stayed around and volunteered for pain, and I volunteered for continued psychological confusion. Yeah, I'm talking to you, and I'm talking about me. I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. I want to talk about Sean. I've stayed around and volunteered for pain and verbal abuse in relationships that were long over. The expiration date had came and went, right? And I stayed because I had become addicted to a person or an idea, right, of what once was when we first met, how fly it was when we first met, but it's no longer fly no more, right? Now it's very hurtful. It's emotionally debilitating. It's a drag down. The relationship, the marriage, the engagement has become a burden. Get him, Sean. Get him, Sean. The marriage and the relationship has become a burden. The alcoholism, the porn addiction has become a burden. Your addiction to food has become a burden. And it's a drag down. We're talking about an addiction, a psychological, a psychosis, a psychological condition to where you can't find the strength to love yourself more and pick yourself up off the mat and help yourself because you've become addicted to a pattern and a way of thinking. Addiction. And you know what sucks the most is when you know it. When you know it and when you see it and you feel it. And you refuse to change. You refuse to help yourself. Addiction. Addiction to video games. Addiction to social media. Addiction to doing nothing. Addiction to the idea that you can't do it. This is going to be deep. This is going to be deep, y'all. This is going to be deep. How do you overcome that? Man, the first thing you got to do, the first thing that I did during my drug addiction And I got high for about 9 years. What's going to happen? Listen, pain is a part of this process.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Pain is a part of the healing process. Relapse is a part of the healing process.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Being stuck is a part of the healing process. Being mad with yourself is a part of the healing process because you keep going back on promises that you made to yourself that was going to be the last time, that you wasn't going to let him talk to you like that no more. You wasn't going to let her dish you no more. You wasn't going to drink no more. That was you threw away all your rolling papers. You threw away all your weed. I ain't getting high no more. And then when the opportunity came, you did it again. And you've sunk lower. You said you was going to go on a diet. And you did for 2 days. And then by day 4, you was back. Eating the Twinkies. Going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting 3 donuts, jelly donuts and the chocolate glaze. And you feel horrible. You feel bad. Don't nobody else in the world know that you fronting on you, but you know that you fronting on you.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
So like all of this is a part of the process, man. And I remember when I had got clean, October 16th, 1990. That was the day that I got clean. That was the day that I was finally beaten to submission. I got clean in October, but I wanted to stop, Sean Kirtland, I wanted to stop getting high in June. Yeah, I wanted to stop getting high in June. I saw that I was destroying myself. I saw that my behavior was killing me. I saw that my life was fucked up. And I finally recognized the truth. I wanted to stop getting high that June, man. So July, August, and September was nothing but relapse after relapse after relapse. After promise to Sean, relapse. I'm promised make another oath to Sean, relapse. Make 3 more promises to Sean, relapse. Self-esteem lower. Make another promise to Sean, relapse. Self-esteem in the basement. Make 2 more promises to Sean, I ain't getting high no more, relapse. Self-esteem in the ground. Now, this is my process. Your process may be you love this girl and she don't love you no more, but you trying to get her back and she don't want to come back. You keep calling, you keep texting, and she keep dissing. And every time she diss, it's like she stab you in your soul with a pair of scissors. You in love with this man. He done moved on. He got another woman. He don't call you no more. He don't want to hit it no more. But you still in love. You stuck like Chuck. You still thinking about what happened before and yesteryear. And every time you call him and he tell you he don't want to see you no more, it's like somebody stab you in your spirit with an ice pick. And you go lower. This is an addiction. These are these addictions, man, that we all are afflicted with at some point in our lives. They may be different. They may have on different hats, different shades, different jackets, but it's all the same. It's all a mental condition. And you become like addicted to feeling sorry for yourself. You become addicted to self-pity. You become addicted to blaming somebody else. You become addicted to having no hope. You become addicted to having no faith. October rolled around. Sean Curlin, man, thank you for that super chat, man. Appreciate you, homeboy. You got the dope name. My man got the dope name. And he put a cup of coffee on my joint. Let me take a little sip of Joe here. But I remember when that October rolled around, and see what's going to happen, how you overcome addiction, man, is when the pain outweighs the pleasure, you do something different.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
When the pain, pleasure and pain, pleasure, when the pain outweighs the pleasure, when it hurts more than it feel good, you're going to do something different if you don't die first.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
If you don't die first.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
It's a hurting feeling. I remember in my early 20s, and it happened to me again when I was around 27. You be in love with a woman and she don't love you back.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
That's a hurting feeling, homeboy. That's a hurting feeling, homeboy. And I was addicted to the position I had with her and in her life in the beginning. The control that I exercised in the beginning. But people change, right? People outgrow each other, right? People don't always grow together. Sometimes people grow apart. What was that noise? Y'all heard that? The hell was that? Sometimes people grow apart. And I took myself through a lot of pain, man. And, you know, when the pain outweighed the pleasure, I did something different. Right? But here's the hard part. This is the hard part. Well, at least it was for me. I don't know about you. I don't know about him. I don't know about them. I talk about me. I want to talk about me. The hard part for me was, and I only could get there when the pain outweighed the pleasure, was to say, yo, this hurt too much. this is, I can't do this no more. Right? And then you got to tell this to yourself.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
You got to tell this to yourself. You got to say, yo, Sean, man. I said, Sean, look at you. Look at you. Look at what you doing. You ain't washing your dishes no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no haircuts no more. You ain't making up your bed. You not taking pride in your height. Look at you. And when I got to that point, I was ready to change. Right? That's the first thing, is you gotta admit to yourself, yo, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Yeah. And see, what was hard for Sean G, right? What was hard for Sean G, because I'm arrogant and I'm conceited, right? And I got a big ego and I got a lot of pride, was I thought admitting defeat was weak and soft, whereas in all actuality, admitting defeat was where I got my strength. Yeah. I said, man, cocaine better than me, man. I can't do nothing with this, man. This, every time I try this, I get slammed on my head, man. You better than me, man. You got it. I'm gonna leave you alone, homeboy. I can't do nothing with you. I'm good. Oh man, this relationship, every time I call this girl and she don't call me back, every time I come home, and see, back then you had voice machines, you had voicemail machines. It was a separate thing you connected to your phone, or they had the voicemail through the phone. And when you checked your voicemail, it would let you know you have 4 unheard messages. And you go through the messages and it don't be her. That shit used to hurt. And I had to get to the point to say, nah, I let this go. This relationship is better than me. And when I got to the point to where I was able to admit complete defeat, that was when my life began to change for the better. And I began to overcome my addiction to that woman, to that idea of that old relationship. It didn't matter who was fucking her no more. I didn't care. At one point, that was very important to me. You understand? Was he fucking, and was he fucking better than me? Was his dick bigger than mine and all that? All that was all in my mind. But it really don't matter. It really don't matter. And until I got to the point to where I could let that go, I started to win, right? Because I had to admit to myself what it was doing to my life. And I remember, man, I got clean October 16th, 1990. I've been clean over 31 years. I don't drink, I don't get high, I don't do nothing. I don't use no drugs. I don't drink beer, nothing, man. I just get pussy, that's it. That's all I do, and work out and mind my business and leave yours alone. On October the 15th, 1990, man, I was in so much pain, it wasn't even funny, man. It wasn't even funny. I was 21 years old, college dropout, right? 21 years old, fucked up, full-blown drug addict, alcoholic, college dropout, no job. Girl had left everywhere. I was all by myself. And I said, yo, that was the first time I called my girl, my ex-girl. I said, yo, you got to call somebody to come get me, man. I need some help. And I called, and they came. And they came October the 16th, 1990, to my house. I was living in Atlanta. I was living out in Austell, Georgia, right out by Douglasville, where Six Flags is at on I-20. And my mother came, my ex-girl came, and the dude came from the rehab, and he picked me up. And I ain't got high since that day. And the way I overcame my addiction was, I always played the tape. I always play the tape all the way through. That's why I don't drink beer. I don't drink nothing. I don't drink no wine. I go out with her honey. We go out to eat or whatever. I let her drink. You do whatever you want to do. Now, I'm cool. I'm drink this water. You get drunk. You go ahead and do your thing. Or get nice or whatever it is you do. I'm cool. Sean, you don't drink? Nah, baby, I don't drink. Why you don't drink? Well, I used to drink back in the day. I'm allergic to it. You allergic to drinking? Yeah, I break out in poverty. Yeah. Yo, Sean, you don't smoke weed? Nah, man, I'm allergic to it. Allergic to? You allergic to weed? What happened? Yeah, I break out in poverty. Yeah. Yo, Sean, you don't sniff blow no more?
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Yo, Sean, you don't sniff blow no more? Nah, man, I don't get skied no more, man. I used to get skied back in 88. Why you don't get skied? I mean, I'm allergic to it. You allergic to it? Yeah, I break out in poverty. Yeah. So, I got knowledge of self. You understand? I got knowledge of self. And I'm glad I got clean at 21. Some people start getting high at 21 and then get high for 18 years and blow their whole 20s and half their 30s before they get right. Some never get right. Some die. Some people die. I know a lot of people that didn't make it, that OD'd. I know a lot of people. I'm talking about me. I don't know about your story. I don't know about his story. I don't know about her story. I'll tell you about my story. A lot of people don't make it. They die. They OD and they die. And, in the minute I stopped, I allowed self-love to come in, right? And then my head began to clear up. And then I learned how to treat me, right? I learned how to treat me a little better. Hit that like button, y'all. I got 45 of y'all in here. I only got 40 likes. Y'all not doing me right. And, since that last honey, I done had my heart broken like twice by women, right? And every man, every real man, because that's what you're looking at. That's what I am. I'm a man amongst men. Every man done had his heart broke by a woman. Nigga got that motherfucking fed look. Every man done went to school, done had a woman to school him. He got a whole bunch of women, and he done had a lot of women that he done schooled. He got a lot of women. He had a lot of women that he done schooled. He handled a lot of women, but it was one bitch in his life. It was one woman in his life. She schooled that nigga.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
And she took him for a ride. And she taught him the game. She broke his heart. I had 2 women to do me like that in my life. And once you go through that, once you experience that, going forward, you understand that you don't want to feel that type of pain no more. Y'all heard what I said. I didn't say no more. You don't want to experience that kind of pain no more. No more. No more. And you handle yourself accordingly. That's your degree. When you get your heart broke, that's your education. That's your master's degree. That's your PhD degree in you and in relationships. And once you overcome addiction, man, your life changes, and it's nothing to beat yourself up about. It's nothing to run down on yourself about. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has gone through it. And, and then you got to look and ask yourself why you was doing that in the first place. There's some self-esteem issues going on there, man. There's some real self-hatred issues going on there, man. That when we allow ourselves to when we expose ourselves to continual mistreatment, there's something wrong, if you're not a child. So, that's what it is, man. And I got up on the screen over here, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, man. I've been reading that book. I don't know who put me on that book, but I've been reading that book I'm 52. I've been reading that book probably for about 30 years, man. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. James Allen, man. And in this book, he talks about how you got to have a central purpose in your life. You have to have a purpose. What are you doing? And he says that those that have no central purpose in their life, they fall easy prey to petty fears, worryings, self-pity, and trials and tribulations because they ain't got no aim. They ain't got no aim. They ain't got no aim. And he talks about the ones that got a central purpose in their life, that you got to make that your total focus. You not looking to the left and you ain't looking to the right. And you definitely ain't looking backwards. You ain't doing nothing but looking straight ahead at where you going. That's all you doing. I got a bunch of them James Allen quotes. I done committed them shits to memory. I got a tremendous mind. My memory is all that. My memory is all that. Of all the beautiful truths pertaining to the soul, none is more gladdening and fruitful of divine promise and confidence than this: that man is the master of thought, the molder of his character, and the maker and shaper of his condition, his environment, and his destiny. Get him, Sean. I ain't fucking scared of y'all. Yeah. I look good, don't I? Don't I look good? Yeah, I know I do. I know I do. Because I work out every day. I take care of myself. I slept about 7-8 hours last night. That's why my skin like this. That's why my goddamn brain like this. My brain lucid, clear, clean. I don't smoke no motherfucking weed. Yeah. I don't know, man. I ain't smoked no weed since 1990, man. I did all that in 87. Where you was at in 87? I was to smoke weed in New York in 87. You was in New York in 87? Where you was at in New York in 87? Where you used to get the weed from? I used to get mine on 145th and Edgecombe. The Jamaicans had the fat pillow sacks, man, the nickels. I used to go over there to New York, get them for $5, bring them back to Jersey, sell them for $10. Where you was at? Yeah. I was in the streets of New York before you was born. This here, and let me tell you something. Let's get this shit straight right now. Let me straighten this out right now. Hit the like button and goddamn wipe your feet at the door and sit down and get involved in life. Let me tell you something right now. New York 2022 ain't nothing like ain't no New York. If you didn't see New York in 1985, 86, 88, you ain't seen New York. Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Astigmatism, man, what's up? I said astigmatism in my soul.
I survived that shit. I almost got killed a couple times over there. Whew. Yeah. But if you want to change your life for the better, and if you have an addictive personality, use it for other things, man. Take your addictive personality and use it for working out. Become addicted to that. You take your addictive personality and use it for reading books. Become addicted to that. Or to eating right. You know? And, you know, it's all about self-love, man. And as a man thinketh. James Allen says that the man is the master gardener of his soul. The man is the master gardener of his soul. And whatever seeds that you plant in your mind, that's what's going to grow. That's what's going to grow. You can get high all you want. You can go talk to a therapist all you want. You can do all that. You can do all that. You can make all the money you want to make. You can buy all the shit you think gonna fix you. But whatever seed thoughts you plant in your mind, that's what's gonna grow. That's what's gonna grow. And it's up to you as the master gardener of your soul that you gotta plant good seeds in your mind. That's what it is. I just pinned that. That's my Patreon link right there. I pinned that at the top of the live chat. If anybody wants to talk to me on a one-on-one, I just pinned that. That's my Patreon link right there. I pinned that at the top of the live chat. Y'all heard me. I said it both and then it said it again on the computer screen. I made a mistake right there. So what? I could do that. It's my channel.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
Anybody want to talk to me on a one-on-one, man, a FaceTime session, you got to pay. You want to talk about your addiction or whatever you want to talk about. I don't care what you want to talk about. Subscribe to my Patreon channel, man, and we'll work something out. Download the Patreon app, subscribe, send me a DM. I'll DM you back. We get on the phone and we figure out what it is we want to do. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Where my book at? I was reading it before. Your thinking is all that. And you got to guard your mind. You got to guard your mind. You got to guard your dome. You got to put a helmet on, man. And then you have to use restraint and limit what you allow in your dome and what you don't allow. Certain things that you shouldn't allow to take root in your dome. You know, and you have to take preventative measures to prevent some poisonous seeds to fall in your mind next to your crops. You growing some nice crops up in your dome, man, and you come over here talking to this stupid motherfucker, and he start talking this stupid shit and put these seeds in your dome. It's gonna kill your crops. You ain't gonna have nothing to eat. You ain't gonna have no food. You're gonna starve. You gotta limit your conversations, man, to people that are building with you. You gotta limit your conversations to people that are kindred spirits. I don't care how long you've known them. I don't care what biological relations you have to them, your goddamn mother, father, sister, brother, uncle, aunt. If they not a kindred spirit with you, man, you don't need them. You got to cut them loose. Your life depends on it. And if somebody else is of a different race than you, different complexion, different religion, different language, different part of the world, but y'all see eye to eye on a lot of issues and you value the same principles, the same spiritual principles, the same moral values, man, that's your kindred spirit. You keep them in your life and you talk to them as much as you can, perhaps daily, so that you can keep their cup full and they can fill your cup up. Hang around people that fill your cup up, man. Don't hang around motherfuckers that come and goddamn knock your cup over and spill all your coffee out. Hang with people that fill your cup up, man. Hang with people that put wind in your sail. Y'all so stupid. I used to be so stupid. I don't want to talk about you. I want to talk about me. I used to be so dumb. I would have a boat and I would hang around motherfuckers that would get in my boat and put holes in it and we would sink. Get him, Sean.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
I have a brand new boat and I knew that these people were going to get in my boat, put a hole in it, and we was going to sink to the bottom of the ocean. And I picked them up all the time. Dumb. I was dumb. Self-esteem was low. I felt I needed their acceptance and approval. Now I don't do that. I got a brand new boat. I see them niggas over there. Oh, that's that nigga that put a hole in. Nah, nigga, you can't get in here. You can't get. Wait on now. You can't get in this boat. Wait on the next boat. Somebody else come get you. Why you can't now? Because you ain't shit. You ain't talking about nothing. You can't get in here. I only put people in my boat that put wind in my sail. Yeah, that's going to help me row. Hey, nigga, get in here. You got an oar? Hey, get that paddle. You paddle. You paddle one time on your side. I'm going to paddle one time. We alternate. You paddle. Okay. Ooh, your go. My go. Your go. My go. We're going to work together. We're going to work together. We're going to work together. That's why I win. That's why I look good like this. Look at this hat. I only got like 3 left. Y'all don't want to buy. My man, I bought them. This hat costs $20. The next time I have them, they ain't going to be $20 no more. And I put an order in for some black ones today, man. I got 3 of these left right here. These are my hats. These are fleece Scullies. It's got my signature on it. They $20. Y'all better get them. There ain't but 3 left. Because the next time I re-up, you understand? It's going to be more. It's going to be more because it's inflation. You hear they talking about inflation out here. Listen, man, y'all got to hit the like button. There's 64 y'all in here. I got 61 likes, man. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. I don't do you like that. I tell you I'm going to be here every day, 12 noon. My word better than a government check. I show up at 12 noon. We take off. All I'm asking you to do is come in, wipe your feet at the door, hit the like button, sit down and get involved in the live chat. Tell people who you are, what you're doing. You sell real estate? What do? You sell insurance? If you want to advertise on my channel, if you want to advertise on this podcast, hit me on my email, stigmatisminmysoul@gmail.com, or the podcast with soul@gmail.com. And I'll advertise you on this channel and my big channel. I got 2 channels. How many channels you got? You ain't got but 1 channel. I'm winning. I'm beating you. I got 2. You ain't got but 1. Where your channel? You got a channel? Let me see your channel. My channel better than your channel. Yeah. Get your soul right, man. Get your spirit right, man. Get centered. Get centered. The center is the strongest part of anything. The core, your core. If your core is weak, that's why when you train or work out, you should always work core, because from the core extends your upper torso, your upper body, and below the core is your lower body. But that's the center. If you want to go into biology and you want to talk about the nucleus of a cell or the nucleus of an atom, the nucleus is the strongest part. And from there, everything extends out from the nucleus. So with our minds and with our souls, we got to get centered, right? If you out of balance, then your energy is going to be out of balance, your vibration out of balance, and then your life out of balance. But when you get centered, then you can bring order from chaos. You could bring chaos to order. Now, I don't know what getting centered is for you. I know what getting centered is for me. You listen to what centers me may throw you off. You listening to what gets her centered may throw you out of balance. You listening to what them niggas over there, what gets them centered, may get you hit by a bus. You got to find out what centers you. What do you need to do to get centered? I know what I need to do to get centered. I know how to get centered. And the only way you learn how to get centered is you have to be off balance for a long time. But you got to get centered, man. You got to get centered, man. My man, Marcus Billups. It's been a while, OG. Love the content, brother. Shout out to my man, Marcus Billups. Yo, Marcus, appreciate you, man. Give me something to talk about, man. You got a little topic you want me to touch on? Who else? Somebody else gave me a super chat. Sean Kirtland. Sean, you still in here? Sean got the dope name. Sean got the flyest name ever, and he spelled it the right way. Sean, you got something you want to talk about? You and Marcus could throw me out of topic, man. You got to get centered, man. It talks about that all through the Kabbalion, man. As a man thinketh, all of this overcoming addiction. You got to get centered. You got to look at yourself, man. And the proof is in your life. The proof is in your life. And in James Allen, as a man thinketh, you already hitting on the key. All right, Sean. I see you, Sean. Up here in New Jersey, Sean, we say Sean. If you go down south, they're going to call you Sean. You go in the Midwest, they're going to call you Sean. And out in the West Coast, they're going to call you Sean. But up here in New Jersey, we say Sean. Reconnection with God while facing these hard times in 2021 and 2022. All right, Marcus, I got you. I remember where I was at. I did all of that, but I still know because my mind is sharp. Don't think I forgot. In the Kabbalion, No, I wasn't there. I was here. James Allen, as a man thinketh, he goes to say that if you look at your current circumstance, if you look at your current life, all it is a manifestation and a revealing of the inner thoughts of your mind. I don't give a fuck about y'all, man. I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
I don't care if you like me or not, because I love me. Your current reality, your current circumstance, how you're living, rich, poverty, addicted, happy, at peace, chaotic, supremely confident, low self-esteem, all that fucked up, whatever you at, wherever whatever circumstance is in your life, it's a direct reflection and a revealing of the seeds you planted in your mind. And all it is just a physical manifestation of the inner thought world. I'm a bad motherfucker, ain't I? I look good too, don't I? Yeah, I know I do. I know I do. This is why when we come down to the micro level, I don't mean on the macro sense, we are gods of our worlds. Vis-a-vis, as a result of what I just said before, and as a result of, and I'm just repeating what James Allen wrote, you understand? And all of these great philosophers have echoed the same thing. Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Martin Heidegger, Socrates, Plato, Imhotep, right? I used to go to goddamn Barnes and Nobles because I've been a loner all my life. I don't hang around nobody, man. I don't hang with nobody. I be by myself. I'm a scholar, man. Ain't no goddamn gangster, man. What the hell is that? Who want to be that? I used to go to Barnes and Nobles and get these books. I used to go get all the books from the philosophers and sit in on the floor in the middle of the book aisle for hours and just read, right? And then I used to hide the books in the children's section or in a whole nother section because I knew I was coming back tomorrow to read it again and I didn't want nobody to buy it. Yeah, I was selfish. Yeah, I did it. So what? Yeah, I used to hide books so I could read them for free and I ain't have to pay them because I ain't had no money. Yeah. And I used to read all of these philosophers. And the common theme is that we shape our lives with our thoughts. And effectively, what they're saying is that we gods of our worlds. If you in a stupid ass marriage and you there and it's causing you a whole bunch of pain and I remember I was living with a woman, right? Check me out. I talk about me. I talk about my life. I don't talk about your life because I don't care nothing about your life. They used to ask George Gunby, Mr. George Gunby, what you doing? Minding my business and leaving yours alone?
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, Ma. That's what I used to call my mother. I used to call her Ma. Hey, yo, Ma. I used to call her just like that. Hey, yo, Ma. What you doing? Minding my business and leaving yours alone? That's what she used to tell me. That's why I don't care nothing about your business. I mind my business. I leave yours alone. We are effectively gods of our worlds, man. Through our choices. I was living with this woman. And the relationship was over, but we were still living together. I used to be driving home and I would immediately get sad. Pull up to the house, look at the house and be like, the vibration, this was my own house. The vibration in there was low. The vibration in there was low. The energy was low. That's a horrible, horrible situation. And the reason I was in that situation was because I was the god of my world. I created that situation. And I tolerated it because I didn't have the courage to say, yo, I don't want to do this no more. I was afraid of that conversation. And I was just a boy. I had a beard, and I was I was over the age of 21. But I was still a boy. Get him, Sean. I was afraid to have that conversation, but I ain't afraid to have it no more. The minute it don't be right no more, with me and her, or the minute it don't be right with this right here no more, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gone. Yeah, but what about this? What about? I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. Yeah, but we got a joint bank account. What you want to do? You want to split it? Or you want to jerk me for? You want to keep it? Whatever. Because my peace of mind and my being centered is more important than this money in the bank. I got to goddamn get my life right. Marcus Billups says reconnecting with God while facing these hard times in 2021, 2022. You know, Marcus, I'm not a religious man. You know, I don't follow any particular religion. I'm not a follower. I'm not a leader. Excuse me. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I don't follow dogma. I don't follow ideology. I don't follow propaganda. And I don't follow nothing from another man. Because as I tell you guys all the time, it's me and Lil Sean versus all 8 billion of y'all. And y'all never gonna beat us. We not gonna lose. So, based upon my 52 years of being here, because I came here from planet Look Good. I'm not even from Earth. I'm not even from here. I'm from over there. Planet Look Good. That's why I look like this. That's why my body look the way it look. Why my skin, why I look as good as I look. Because I'm from Planet Look Good. And it ain't but 6 of us up there. Me, and I got 5 lionesses. That's it. Another male lion had to come up. He tried to come up there. He was coming from some other planet. He landed down there. I ran him off. I said, you can't come. You can't get none of this pussy right here. You got to get up out of here. All 5 of these is mine. Yeah. So when I got here from Planet Look Good, I was up there like, I've been living up there like 700 something years. That's how old I am. I'm 52 years here. I understand that God is within me. That I know right from wrong. I know right from wrong. I know it be wrong before I do it. I know it be wrong before I do it. So I don't got to reconnect, unplug, replug, plug in, plug out, pull the plug out, plug in the fan, unplug the fan, plug in the toaster, unplug. I don't got to do none of that. I know that God is within me. I got a thermometer in me. I got a scale in me showing this is right and showing this shit is wrong over here. This is right, but this don't look good. This shit here wrong. It look good as a motherfucker. I think I want to do that. So to kind of address your comment is really everything I've been talking about today. Being centered, right? Loving yourself. And when you love yourself, you're going to treat yourself right. You're going to choose right for yourself. You're not going to put yourself in situations that bring you pain and harm and hold you back. Because you're supposed to realize that you can't come to my planet Look Good. See, when I leave here, I go back to Planet Look Good. I'm going to live like 3,000 more years. But on this earth here, you here for a short period of time and everybody got to leave. I don't know where y'all going to go, but you can't come up to Planet Look Good with me. If you a lioness, you might come up there, but can't no male lion come up to my planet because I'm the only one there. I got 5 lionesses. That's what I do. They all love me. They know I'm with all of them. I tell them all. They see me. They know what it is. They know what it is. They know they know what it is. But I understand that my time here on planet Earth is finite. It's going to end. And every day that I live, my life decays and I get closer to the end. So ain't no time for fucking around with you and bullshitting with you, and you ain't about nothing. Nah, what I'm talking to you for? I don't care if you my cousin. I don't care if you my aunt, my father, my mother. You ain't about nothing. What? Man, we ain't got nothing in common, homeboy. I got to go. You can go stand in front of the liquor store with them niggas in front of the liquor store standing around the barrel with the fire coming out. There, you can talk to them all day. They ain't doing nothing. Waiting on somebody to come give them some change so they can get them a pint of liquor. That ain't me. I have a central purpose. Yeah. That's what we doing here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my podcast with Soul. My Patreon channel with Soul. Everything I do with Soul. There you go right there. There go the link. The Patreon channel with Soul. Everything I do is with Soul. I'm the last soul brother alive. I'm the last soul brother alive. This hat, all that. This hat, all that. Let me see your hat. Let me see your wool hat. Because it's getting cold where you at. Let me see it. You still wearing the hat. The elastic don't even cover. Wind still get in your ear because the elasticity is fucked up. My hat better than your hat. Yeah. I got 3 of these hats left. If you buy all 3 of my books, I'll send you a free hat. You buy all 3 of my books, GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. I'm going to call you and say, what you want? You want a free hat or a free t-shirt? You let me know. But that hat you got, that hat 2 years old. You need a new joint. This hat right here is so tight. The elasticity is so tight, it might give you a headache. It'd be so tight. Yeah. Timothy Oliver, what up, man? This is the podcast with Soul. I ain't tell you what this was. You know where you at?
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
Yeah, now you know. You know what I got?
Nigga got that motherfucking Fed look.
Sean, what is it, Lil Sean?
I said astigmatism in my soul.
I ain't scared of y'all. I'm not. My self-acceptance is at a high level. Sean G live on the mic. Thank everybody for coming, man. This has been a dope live. My channel is growing. I got 33,000. What I got? 3,100. How many subscribers I got? 3,100. Next stop is 5,000. So look at yourself. Go look in the mirror. You know what you need to do. Don't be calling me, just to get confirmation. Don't do that. You a man, you say you a man, then be a man. You know what you need to do. You'll get over it. It's going to hurt for a little while, but you'll get better. You going to live. It's other honeys out here. Get yourself together. It's other honeys out here. Sean Kirtland, what up? Marcus Billups, what up? You still there? Marcus, did I answer your question? Shout out to Marcus Billups, man, for the super chat. And shout out to my man Sean with the super chat. All right, Sean, I appreciate you, man. Listen, man. I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. We've been on here about an hour. You know, subscribe to my Patreon channel, man. If you want to get with me on a one-on-one, if you want to get with me on a one-on-one and talk about whatever it is that, you know, is bothering you. Yo, Stizzy, what up, man? I'm talking to a brother over in the United Kingdom right now, man. He reached out to me over the weekend. He signed up for the $100 mentorship session. If you wanna get with me on a one-on-one and you want me to kind of give you some of the things that I used when I was in prison to get me mentally right. You see my hustle. You see how I get down. You see how I'm the flyest nigga on YouTube. How I'm the hardest working man on YouTube. I'm the best on YouTube. Don't front just because YouTube jerked me for about a year. You understand? Shadow ban me. That don't mean I ain't the best. I'm still the best. You understand? And if anything, getting shadow banned is a good thing because they shadow banned Malcolm X. They shadow banned Dr. King. They shadow banned a bunch of revolutionaries. So getting shadow banned is a good thing. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Do me a favor, man. Take this link. Everybody that's here, take this link and send it to somebody in your phone. Say, listen, man, check this dude out right here. Check this dude out. And I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Astigmatism, man, what's up?